Hello, and welcome to this short video presentation on academic conditionals. Before I begin, there is a worksheet that accompanies this video, so pause this slide now and download it. The link is in the description below. Okay, so let's begin with what are conditionals or if clauses. Conditionals are used to describe the result of a real or hypothetical condition. There are four main types of conditionals in English. Each is used to indicate the likelihood of a situation occurring or the likelihood that it would have occurred under particular circumstances. The zero and first conditionals are known as real conditionals because they are used for situations that are certain or highly likely. The second and third conditionals are often called unreal conditionals because they are used for situations which are improbable or impossible. Okay, now let's look at how conditionals are used in academic writing. Conditionals have many uses in academic writing, such as facts, habitual actions, implications, interferences, predictions, plans, possibilities, and hypothetical situations. Conditions are also used frequently in hedging language to make criticisms and judgments softer. Here are two examples of this. First, a present unreal conditional. The evidence is not strong enough because it is based on a limited number of participants. And then to make this softer, the evidence would be stronger if it had been based on more participants. Second, a past unreal conditional. The paper was not persuasive because the author failed to relate the findings to previous theories on the topic. Again, to use hedging, the paper would have been more persuasive if the author had related the findings to previous theories on the topic. So, let's see how academic conditionals are used in contexts. Here we have a range of different uses of conditionals in academic contexts. So the first one, state scientific facts in the present tense. If the corn is milled, starch can be extracted. Show habitual actions in the present or past. If we misinterpreted the results, we indicated this immediately. Show implications. If there was legislation for X, it could prevent an environmental catastrophe. Make inferences about the past. If the project had had more investment, it may have succeeded. Make predictions about the future. If the results are analysed from an economic perspective, it will define the problem more clearly. Show possible plans or actions. If you assess the data thoroughly, you might establish the cause of the problem. Give advice and possibilities. If these solutions are applied, it should reduce the homeless problem significantly. And finally, refer to impossible situations in the present or past. If the proposal had focused on financial incentives, it would have been more useful. Right, now we'll just go over the language focus. This will include number 1, zero conditional, 2, first conditional, 3, second conditional, 4, third conditional, 5, mixed conditional type 1, and 6, mixed conditional type 2. So I'm just going to go over the rules of each of these conditionals and include examples. So let's begin with the zero conditional. This is used to show general truths or scientific facts. It's common in science and business. It is constructed with if plus present simple plus present simple. Here is an example. Clauses can be inverted but without a comma, like this. If can be substituted with when, like this, or whenever, like this. Now, the first conditional. This is used to show a possible situation in the future based on a possible or likely condition in the present. The structure is if plus present simple or continuous or perfect plus will plus its bare infinitive. Here is an example. Will can be substituted with other modal verbs like can, could, may, might, shall, should, have to, and ought to. For example, in addition, provided that, as long as, and on condition that can be substituted for only if, like this. Unless can be substituted for except if, like this. And quite often should can replace if to show more formality, like this. Remember, you can pause any of these slides at any time to read through these examples in more detail, and they are also on the worksheet download. Okay, now on to the second conditional. The second conditional is used to show an unlikely or imaginary situation in the present or future based on a hypothetical condition in the present or future. The structure is if plus past simple or continuous plus would plus bare infinitive. Here is an example. Would can be substituted with might or could, like this. And were plus noun plus infinitive can substitute an if clause in formal context, such as. Okay, next is the third conditional. The third conditional is used to show an imaginary or impossible situation in the past based on a hypothetical condition in the past. It is created with if plus past perfect simple or continuous plus would plus have plus past participle. Here is an example. Would can be substituted with might, could, and should, like this. It is also possible to invert had and the subject in more formal contexts. For example, okay, now we move on to the mixed conditionals. We start with the mixed conditional type 1. It is used to show an imaginary situation in the present based on a hypothetical condition in the past. It is structured with if plus past perfect simple or continuous, would plus bare infinitive. Here is an example. In addition, would can be substituted with might or could, like this. Okay, this is the last language explanation. It's mixed conditional type 2. This is used to show an imaginary situation in the past based on a hypothetical condition in the present. Its structure is if plus past simple or continuous, would plus have plus past participle. Here is an example. Similar to the mixed conditional type 1, would can be substituted with might, could, and should, like this. Okay, that's the language focus section. Now let's go to the practice activities. All these following exercises are on the worksheet download, so let's start with exercise 1. Exercise 1. Practice the zero conditional by reordering the following sentences. Add punctuation where necessary. Please pause the slide and do the exercise. Okay, here are some possible answers. Pause the slide and check. Okay, now exercise 2. Practice the first conditional by rewriting the following sentences. Add the correct grammar and punctuation. Please pause the slide and do the exercise. Okay, here are the answers. Pause the slide and check. Exercise 3. Practice the second conditional by correcting the mistakes in the following sentences. Pause the slide and do the exercise. Okay, here are the answers. Pause the slide and check. Exercise 4. Practice the third conditional by circling the best option. If you think both options are possible, then circle both answers. Please pause the slide and do the exercise. Okay, here are the answers. Pause and check. Exercise 5. Practice mixed conditionals by completing each sentence. Please pause the slide and do the exercise. Okay, here are the answers. Pause and check. Okay, here is the final activity, exercise 6. Paragraph level exercise. Read the following paragraph about compulsory retirement and complete the gaps with the correct conditional form. Please pause the slide and do the exercise. Okay, here are the answers. Pause and check. Well, that's the end of the video today, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a brief overview of conditionals, and if you'd like more practice exercises, then you can go to our webpage here at academicenglishuk.com/academic conditionals. Of course, for more information on all areas of academic writing and grammar, then please go here to academicenglishuk.com/writing. Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.